Hey, it's another great day to be in real estate. Let's talk briefly about the just listed or just sold. They are exactly what they say. It is having conversations with neighbors on either side of a listing that has just been listed or has just sold. So we have scripts that we can follow, but the basics are just like what we talked about with the open house. You can go up and down a street. You can go one side down the other. You can go back and forth. But the bottom line being, one of the most common ways that they've referred to it as circle prospecting, because it's 5 on either side, 10 across the street, or 10, 10, 20. It can be up and down. It can be around the block. It doesn't matter. It's really you're marketing the property that you just listed. Let me share a story of when Darwin first started in 1987, Muskegon, Michigan. I first started, and my broker, Bernie, God love him, I said, Bernie, is there anything I can do? He says, yeah. This is before I got my license. While we were waiting. Bernie, is there anything I can do right now? He said, yeah, just tell everybody that you run into that you're getting a real estate license. Now, that was it. That's all he told me. So I did. I told everybody that I ran into that I was getting my real estate license. Be excited. Share the news. You guys got the blessing of having social media today. Okay? So I run into a former employee of mine. Her name was Sharon. Sharon, and she says, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm getting into real estate. She says, oh, well, we're going to sell our house. I said, well, I haven't got my license yet. I explained the whole thing. She says, listen, just call me when you get your license. We'll get it on the market. Easy enough, right? I get my license. I call Sharon up. One of the things that Bernie was kind enough to do was to tell me how to fill out all the paperwork. Hey, Sharon, I got my license. Do you still want to list a house? Yes. Well, when do you want to do it? She says, come on over tomorrow. I went over. I knew what went in all the blanks. I had it all filled out except for the price. I said, Sharon, what do you want to list it for? She said, let's list it for $18,900. 1987, people in Muskegon, Michigan. $18,900. I'm like, great. I write it in the blank. I cover the stuff, sign here. I leave with all the paperwork, go back to the office. Bernie, I got that listing. What do I do now? Go throw it on Lynn's desk. She'll take care of everything. I'm going, okay. But wait a minute. What do I do? Because these people just entrusted me to market their property. I mean, really, what do I do? Now, Bernie's a little bit of a smart aleck. So he says, tell you what, do they have neighbors? This is in the city of Muskegon. Of course they have neighbors. He says, well, here's what I want you to do. Take your business cards out, go on the street, knock on all the neighbors' doors, and ask them if they know anybody that would want to buy it. Sounds to me like just listed, only Bernie didn't teach it to me that way. And oh, by the way, I'm not shortening the story here much. See, I was like Forrest Gump. If Bernie said jump, I'd go, okay. So when Bernie said go knock on the doors, ask the neighbors if they know somebody would want to buy it, I went, okay, Bernie. I went out with my business cards, knocked on the door. If they answered, hi, my name is. We just listed this property and we're supposed to professionally market that. I wanted to stop by and see who you knew. Excuse me, now I've got to think. So do you know of anybody who'd want to buy that house? By the way, guys, you could see that I actually had to stop and do it the not the best way, just to make sure you feel good. I didn't do it the best way. I did it the way that Bernie told me, which was see if they know anybody want to buy it. So I said, do you know anybody want to buy it? That's a reflexive response. The answer is no. What you are going to do is to say, I'm just curious. Who would you know that might want to move into the neighborhood? Who would you want to know? Who would you know? Who? Because a reflexive response, what you get is no at this door, no at this door, no at this door, no at this door. Guys, I didn't have any skills. Bernie didn't give me any verbiage, no knowledge, didn't explain to me anything. I just did what he said. Now I'm coming up the other side of the street. It's a hot day. I'm sweating, and I'm realizing that this real estate thing isn't going to be all that fun. But as I'm coming back, there's an older gentleman outside. And now my dialogue is kind of going like this, because I'm walking back up. The house is right here. And I say, good day, sir. He says, hello. I said, well, the reason I'm out here is that house. I've got that on the market. I'm trying to find a buyer. You probably don't know anybody who would want to buy it, would you? I mean, I didn't even ask. I just told him he didn't know anybody. He says, well, no, as a matter of fact, I don't. Here's my card. If you know of anybody, I'd appreciate you giving me a call and just letting me know. He says, well, wait a minute. I'm going to have to sell this house. Now I'm a little bit back up again, aren't I? I said, well, what's going on? What's going on with it? He said, well, it's my mother-in-law's property. She's not doing real well. I'm just here maintaining it. And I said, well, gosh, I'd love to take care of it for you. He says, well, can't be done right now, but he said, I'll it's going to be a few months from now. I'm like, well, okay, well, gosh, there's my card. Call me if you would. Guys, I didn't have any skills. I didn't know what to do. So I start to walk away. He said, now, wait a minute. I've got a house I need to sell over in Norton Shores, a subdivision of Muskegon. A different city, but right there on top, it's my market. I'm going, well, could I help you with that? He said, well, yeah. Why don't you come over tomorrow? Guys, within days of having my real estate license, I had 2 listings. And yes, he did end up listing the mother-in-law's property with me. It was a few months later, but see what we're doing in contacting Just Listed and Just Sold? We're just waiting for the right person to walk outside and say, yeah, gee, you can help. And all you've got to do is represent that you are a professional real estate agent. Because, guys, I had that. 2 of them within a week of receiving my license. Why? It's not because I was good, but it was because I was there. I was there. I was working. I was out talking to people. Just listed, just sold. That's what it's all about. You got the scripts. They're there for you. It's just another mode for you to be able to go out and talk to a whole lot of people. The more you talk to, the more likely for your success in a lot less time. Go talk to them. They're people. Have a great day.